Breaking news today. Putin warns of escalation as Israel bombards Gaza. There is a shortage of body bags in Gaza. The Director of Communications for the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, UNRWA, has expressed concern that if fuel is not delivered to Gaza, hospitals will be forced to further reduce operations and humanitarian schemes will cease. According to UNRWA spokesperson Juliette Touma, at least 600,000 people are currently taking refuge in only 150 shelters. She stated that over 1 million people have been displaced and that the UN needs fuel to continue delivering aid and powering essential services like hospitals and water purification plants. It's crucial for water pumping, and it's crucial for hospitals, too. So, it's a series of links in a chain, and those links are being severed right now. There have been 38 UNRWA employees killed in the conflict, she said on RT's Morning Ireland. More of my co-workers were killed in the night, she continued. According to Juliette Touma, a ceasefire is urgently required because Gaza is running low on body bags. An overnight Israeli tank raid into Gaza precedes the next stage of the conflict. Overnight, Israel allegedly sent a column of tanks and infantry into Hamas-controlled Gaza, where they reportedly hit numerous targets before withdrawing. A ground invasion was announced by the military into northern Palestinian territory just hours after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declared preparations were underway. Families in Gaza must wear ID bracelets to ensure they are not buried together. Palestinians in Gaza are reportedly using grave numbers instead of names for the unnamed dead due to the high number of bodies. Some families are now using bracelets as a means of tracing their dead relatives. Putin warns that the conflict could spread beyond the Middle East as Israel continues to bomb Gaza. Russia has warned that the conflict could spread beyond the Middle East, and Israel has responded by bombing the Gaza Strip as it prepares for a ground invasion it says is aimed at annihilating the Palestinian militant group Hamas. As the civilian death toll in besieged Gaza rose, residents buried the dead in mass graves because international powers could not agree on a ceasefire long enough to deliver aid. Army radio called it the largest incursion of the current war, and it appears Israel is expanding its assaults into Hamas-ruled Gaza that began over the weekend. The military said ground forces attacked multiple targets in Gaza before withdrawing. It is wrong, Russian President Vladimir Putin said, that women, children, and the elderly in Gaza are being punished for the crimes of others, and he warned that the conflict could spread beyond the Middle East. Mr. Putin told religious leaders from various faiths in Russia, "Our task today, our main task is to stop the bloodshed and violence," as reported by the Kremlin transcript. A further escalation of the crisis would have extremely dangerous and destructive consequences if it were to continue. Also, not just in terms of the Middle East. It could easily spread outside of the Middle East.